Minerva is coming back to Fallout 76. She'll be at the Foundation from September 29th, 12 p.m. EST, until October 1st, 12 p.m. EST. This is the start of a new batch of sales, so if you missed this sale, don't worry, it'll be back in 3 weeks. The Foundation is located in the lower middle part of the world, to the right of the Ash Heap region, to the left of the Cranberry Bog, and just south of the White Spring Resort. But to find Minerva, fast travel to the Foundation and go to the exterior. On spawn, head forward, cross the bridge, and look right. There's gonna be this little clearing. Minerva will be right there in a green tent. Remember, she won't be here until September 29th, 12 p.m. EST. Newer players, stay till the end of this video to get a better explanation on what I'm talking about. But for everyone else, let's check out what Minerva's selling, starting with items sold by Mortimer at the crater. The Dynamite Bundle is a thrown weapon which explodes after 5 seconds. Mortimer carries the plans for this weapon for 200 bullion when you get the Raiders to a cautious reputation. Minerva will have them for 150. The Ghoul Chair is a camp item that your character can sit in. It seems to be made out of a living ghoul. Mortimer carries the plans for this item for 500 bullion, but I couldn't find any reputation requirements online. This plan can be earned from daily ops, and Minerva will have it for 375 bullion. The Gorilla Chair is a camp item that your character can sit on. It seems to be made out of a stuffed gorilla. Everything I said about the Ghoul Chair can be said about the Gorilla Chair. It's available for 500 bullion, I don't know the reputation requirements, it can be earned from daily ops, and Minerva will have it for 375 bullion. Now let's talk about plans normally sold by Regs at Vault 79. The Plasma Caster is a slow-firing, heavy energy weapon. Minerva will not be carrying the plans for that weapon, but she will have several mods. The Plasma Caster Aligned Sniper Barrel increases VATS accuracy by 10, increases weapon draw speed by 16%, decreases weapon aim speed by 9%, increases the action point cost in VATS by 20%, and increases weapon range by 75%. Regs carries the plans for this mod for 150 bullion. Minerva will have it for 113. The Plasma Caster Calibrated Capacitor increases critical damage by 50% while increasing AP cost in VATS by 20%. Regs carries the plans for this mod for 200 bullion. Minerva will have them for 150. The Plasma Caster Pulse Capacitor reduces weapon damage by 15% while draining the target's fusion core battery by 5% per hit. Regs carries the plans for this mod for 200 bullion. Minerva will have it for 150. The T65 Power Armor set has the best damage resistance in the game. However, other power armor sets have better bonuses that make them stronger than the T65. And if the numbers I'm looking at are accurate, the Vulcan power armor is only 5 points weaker than the T65 power armor. And if anybody's wondering, T65 power armor can get a jetpack. Regs normally carries the plans for the T65 power armor helmet for 1,650 bullion. Minerva will have them for 1,238. Regs carries the T65 power armor limb plans for 1,000 bullion each. That is both arms, both legs. Minerva will have them for 750 bullion each. Regs carries the T65 torso plans for 1,250 bullion. Minerva will have them for 938. Now let's talk about plans that can only be earned through daily ops. Daily op rewards are not guaranteed. They are taken from a pool of rewards that shrinks each time you're given a reward because you can't get duplicates. The Asylum Light is a camp item which produces light. Minerva will carry this item for 750 bullion. The Crusader Pistol is a 10mm pistol that can be chambered in 5.56 or Fusion Cell. It can also fire pyro or cryo rounds. There are Brotherhood of Steel markings on either side of the barrel, and you can get plans for modifications from Regs at Vault 79. He doesn't have the pistol though. Minerva will carry the plans for this pistol for 2,000 bullion. The Meat Bag Stash Box can normally only be obtained through daily ops. However, there's a chance to buy it from the super mutant ally Maul. You can buy the plans from Maul for 4,000 bullion from Samuel at the Foundation with an allied reputation with the Settlers. I'm pretty sure Maul sells the plans for the meat bag stash box for 1,000 bullion, but Minerva will have it for 750. And there you go. Was there anything you liked? I kinda want the Crusader pistol, but I don't think I'm gonna grind out the bullion to get it. Newer players, let's add some context to what I'm talking about. Every time you complete a public event, you're given treasury notes. The amount of treasury notes you get depends on the event's difficulty. You can actually see how hard an event is supposed to be by looking at its details before you fast travel. The harder the event, the more treasury notes you'll be given. You turn treasury notes into gold press machines, which can be found at the White Spring Resort and other places like the Foundation. Now, all gold press machines carry the same amount of gold, which is 400. They share this inventory, so you can't go from machine to machine racking up gold. It's a 400 daily limit, which resets at 12 p.m. EST. There are community events, which I think are called Gold Surplus, which increases this 400 limit to 800. However, each treasury note is worth 10 gold bullion. But once you turn your treasury notes into gold bullion, you can then trade it to gold bullion vendors. Now, the vendors I showed you earlier have to be unlocked. You unlock them by completing the Wastelander's main quest, which begins, I think, with the Wayward Souls quest. Their full inventory won't immediately be available. You have to get your reputation up with both the Settlers and the Raiders. This is done by performing daily quests or by doing specific events. The Moonshine Jamboree event gets your reputation up with the Raiders, and Eviction Notice gets your reputation up with the Settlers. This is quite the grind, so you won't get every item immediately. That's where Minerva comes in. Minerva is a rotating vendor that shows up on like a weekly basis, and she carries items that the other bullion vendors carries, but she sells them at a 25% discount, and she doesn't require any reputation. Minerva comes with a group of 4 sales. The first 3 sales are all different items, but the 4th sale is a combination of the first 3 sales. I should say that Regs doesn't require any reputation. All of his items are available immediately. And there you go. There's actually a lot more to say about bullion and Minerva, but that's the context that you need to understand what I was talking about. Like and follow for more Fallout 76 breakdowns.